All right, here are my 3 lessons that I learned from Hal Elrod, the author of The Miracle Morning, that will allow you to achieve any major goal that you want. 3 powerful lessons. Number 1 is clarity. Clarity is so unbelievably important. If you don't know what you want, you're going to get exactly that. You're going to confuse the universe. God's going to go, oh, I see. Well, you're not exactly clear on what you want. I'm going to give you exactly that. On the other hand, if you're very clear about what you want, God says, sure, it shall be done, right? So the first thing is clarity. It's also related to this idea of be, do, have. In other words, if I want to do and have, who do I need to be or become? You really need to focus on that be. And out of that focus on the being, you get great clarity. And The Miracle Morning, that book that Hal Elrod, he sold over a million copies of this book, is so key because it gives you a morning routine. It outlines in gruesome detail and actionable detail what to do in the first 60 minutes of your morning. And it's a combination of silence, of prayer, of reading, of journaling, of visualizing. How do you do it? And in what sequence do you do it? And as a result, what will happen is you will raise your self-awareness in a variety of different ways. You will become aware of what you're grateful for, which is great when you're having a bad day. My gosh, there's so many things to be grateful for. It allows you to visualize your goals. It allows you to be clear about the goals that you want. And I observe that people who are high achievers, or for example, who are doing their first deal or quitting their job with their multifamily, they're very clear on what they wanted and why they wanted it. Clarity is super, super important. So that's number 1, is get clarity. Number 2 is unwavering faith. And that goes with number 3, which is extraordinary action. And Hal just released this new book called The Miracle Equation, which is kind of part 2 to the Miracle series, if you will. And it really talks about these 2 things: the interaction and the complementary and the importance of both unwavering faith and extraordinary action. You actually need both to achieve goals. And the unwavering faith is really your belief that something is possible, that you can do that. And he talks about how to get that faith. And it's a belief in God. Certainly spirituality in my life has made a big difference. Certainly there's also a lot of belief in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. It doesn't behoove you to believe in a great God and then basically say, yeah, that's great, God, that you're so great, but I can't do it, right? That's not letting God do his work. You got to say, I believe in an almighty God, and I also believe that he can do great things through me. And that is really the unwavering faith that you develop. And it normally is something where you have to step out on in faith. In other words, there's really no guarantee of success in my experience. You do something, and what happens is you're immediately affirmed when you do that. It's happened to me consistently and in inexplicable ways, as well as other people. Just step out and do something in faith, it's like you step out on a ledge, okay, and you can't see the steps underneath it. All of a sudden, you step out, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Boom. And then you hit a step. And this now allows you to ascend to new heights. And unwavering faith is absolutely critical because you can't do anything meaningful without it. Same thing, you can't do anything meaningful, is lesson number 3, which is extraordinary action. This is actually very biblical. If you study the New Testament, especially in the book of James, for example, talk about prayer and action. You can't sit there and pray, oh my God, give me this, and expect it to drop in your lap. No, you actually have to do something. And the same thing is, so Hal talks a lot about the importance of extraordinary action that you have to take, and that then feeds the faith part again, which then again feeds the action. And he talks about how to do that in very actionable terms, and I just love his ability to take these abstract concepts and articulate them in a way that really become meaningful to you. So those are really the 3 lessons, is you got to create clarity. That's number 1. Okay, you don't attempt the other 2 steps without it. From that, you have to develop unwavering faith in your ability in God, both frankly, and you have to take extraordinary action each and every single day. And those are the 3 lessons that I learned from Elrod to achieve any kind of meaningful goal that you have. I highly suggest that you get the book. I just finished it recently. I just interviewed Hal Elrod on the podcast, and he's speaking at Dealmaker Live, July 26th to 27 in Dallas. Tickets are actually almost sold out, so I encourage you highly to grab them while they're still available. And you can go to just Google Dealmaker Live and grab the seats while you still can. And definitely get his book, The Miracle Equation. Very powerful, and make sure you put it in action. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. All right, guys, before you run off, make sure you grab my free ebook. Very important, okay? Great reading. You got to read this. And number 2, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because we're putting out content every single week, and you'll get notified. Otherwise, you'll miss it. So hit the subscribe button. And number 3, hey, check out this next video. Catch you guys next time.